Okay, welcome back. It's Garrett here, and welcome to the Weld Bead Mastery video. And I really appreciate you being here because today I've got an awesome package for you. I'm going to be showing you how to lay your first weld bead down with your MIG welder. I'm going to be showing you what gun angle to use, what travel direction. So you know you're in for a big surprise when you watch this, the rest of this video. But you know, I just want to let you know that if you're just starting out with the MIG welder, you're just starting out welding. Maybe you're doing automotive work. Maybe you want to do build a motorcycle or build a barbecue pit or do some ornamental designs or some art design. You're in the right place for that. So you'll learn how to make solid welds. I'm going to show you in this video how to make a solid weld. So if you're wanting to do those kind of things, keep watching, because I promise you, after you learn how to do this, you're going to be off and you're going to be running and you're going to be doing your own projects. So, a lot of people have a concern, I don't have the money, or I don't have the time, it's too expensive, I don't have a welding shop to do all this stuff. But you don't need all that. I do stuff in my own yard, I do stuff in my own garage. So that's not necessary to do all that stuff. People email me all the time telling me that, and it's just, don't concern yourself with that. Just take the first step. Buying a welding machine is not that expensive. A couple $100 will do it if you're looking for a MIG welder. So don't let that be you, the person that just kind of doesn't act on it because their thoughts are getting in the way. That's how I was when I first started. I didn't think I'd ever be able to do this kind of stuff as a hobby. So I want to say to all the people that have left comments on the blog, I appreciate it. If you left comments on the blog, on the below the video, I appreciate it. And let me know what you want. If this video is not something that interests you, or if it's not helpful, let me know, and I'll try to make some more videos and send them out to you. Something that'll be a little more helpful. Okay, so first I want to go ahead and show you what we're going to be doing today. So let me give you a close-up shot of what I've got going on over here. Okay, so what I've got here is some pieces of metal that I cut out of an eighth inch thick steel strap, and I went ahead and I ground down the mill scale on the surface. So we've just got solid metal right there. You want to make sure that you clean your surface of your metal before you weld on it. And we're going to run a weld bead on this first, and I'll show you what it looks like, or what it's supposed to look like. And then we're going to butt two of these pieces together, and we're going to go ahead and run a weld joint down. So I just wanted to show you that. Okay, and the next thing I want to show you before we get started is I've drawn a piece of steel right here, and what I want to show you is what your weld beads are supposed to look like and what they're not supposed to look like. So you don't want your weld bead to look like that. It's too high and it's too crowned, and you haven't put enough heat in the middle to let it flow in. With this one, this weld bead is basically just sitting on top of the metal. It's not getting any penetration whatsoever, so it's basically not doing anything. This one is too low, which means that your wire speed is set too low, or your voltage isn't set correctly. You want your weld beads to look right about like that, where it's a good, you're getting enough heat into it to make the metal flow out into the sides, and the toes of the welds are tied into the metal. So I just want to show you that. Alright, so I want to go ahead and show you a couple things that you're going to need before you start. You need some welding gloves, and obviously you need a welding helmet so you can see the weld puddle. And don't try to look at the weld at the arc without a welding helmet on. It'll damage your eyes. So I've got my gloves on, I've got my welder ready, I've turned my gas tank on already, and I've got my table grounded. You can see I've got the ground cable right here. So now all that we've got to do is go ahead and put this piece of metal on the table, get comfortable, and always get comfortable before you start a weld, because if you're not comfortable, you're going to end up shaking the gun around, and your welds aren't going to turn out very well. So let's go ahead and lay our first weld bead. Okay, so one of the things that you want to make sure you do is keep your gun angle at about a 15-degree angle, and we're going to be pushing the weld this way. So make sure you get comfortable. I'm in a comfortable position. I'm going to rest my arm on the table, and I'm going to put the hood down, and I'm going to go ahead and start the weld. Alright, so there's the finished weld bead, and as you can see, the sides of the weld are tied in nicely. I got a little bit sideways on it, a little bit there, but look at this bluing that's been put into the metal. That's an indication that you're putting enough heat into the metal when you see it blue like that. So you know, you want your weld beads to turn out like that. It's not too crowned like I was showing you. It's not too high, but it flows into the metal nicely. So that's basically what you want to shoot for. So the next thing I want to show you is we're going to go ahead and do a weld joint. We're going to butt two of these pieces together and weld them up. Okay, so the first thing that you want to do before you do a weld joint like this is tack weld each side. So we're going to go ahead and do that. Okay, so we got both pieces tack welded together, and now we're going to go ahead and run a weld bead straight down. We're going to be pushing it just like we did a while ago, and we're going to be making sure that we go slow enough to let the weld bead penetrate down into the middle. Okay, so there's the final weld joint, and you can see we've got some good penetration into the metal. The bluing on the metal is an indication of that. The weld is tied in nicely on the sides, so I guarantee you if you try to do a brake test on this, it would take quite a bit of beating to get it to break. So let's take a look at the back side of this weld. We've got penetration all the way through the weld. That means we've put enough heat into the weld to make a strong joint. Now you don't want to blow the backside of your joint out, but you know, we've done a good job there. So making sure that it's strong enough. All right, so now that you've seen how to lay your first weld bead, next thing you need to do is just go try it yourself. You know, just go try to lay one down yourself. Look out for your wire speed settings and your voltage settings. Make sure you've got those correct. Make sure you clean your metal, and other than that, you know, if you're planning on using this for anything structural that you're going to put a lot of weight on it, make sure you're getting good deep penetration, especially if you're welding on thicker metals. You know, you might want to bevel the joints to make sure your metal gets all the way deep down in there. But other than that, you know, like I said, MIG welding is a pretty simple process, and the important thing is to get comfortable. I was leaning down on the table like that when I was welding, so you don't want to get into an uncomfortable position where you're just going to pull out and jerk, and your weld's going to get all messed up. So I want to tell you what's coming in the next video because it's going to be awesome. I've got a welding cart plan design that I'm going to show you how to make your first welding cart. And a welding cart is something that you're going to need to have if you're MIG welding. You're going to be pulling your welder all around with you wherever your work site is at. So you need to be able to move it around, and I'm going to be showing you how to make a welding cart, and I'm going to show you what the welding cart looks like here in a second. Okay, so that is the welding cart that I'm going to show you how to make, and I'm going to show you how to make it from complete scratch. This is one that I purchased for I think 60-70 bucks, but I'm going to show you how to make one from complete scratch with angle iron, and we're going to show you how to put the wheels on it and everything. So you want to make sure that you watch this next video because it really is going to be awesome. So with that said, now that you know how to run your first weld bead, go ahead and leave your comments below the video and let me know if you liked it or if you didn't like it. Let me know if you want me to add something to it. So just leave your comments below. Be looking for an email from me tomorrow, and I'm going to be showing you how to weld up your first welding project. So the welding cart project. So that's going to be it for this video, and I'll see you tomorrow.